Well, I initially started working with students when my own children went through the college decision process. I found myself sitting across the desk from a admissions director for a college on the West Coast who was explaining to me how they helped students choose majors, and I was amazed at the tools that they used and how they used them and how they applied them to decisions that are so important in young adults' lives and have such a huge impact on what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. I've been using assessment instruments for the last 20 years in business environments. I actually started my own business 10 years ago, helping companies to make better hiring decisions using assessment tools that can help them benchmark their top performers and then identify how candidates compare to current employees who are doing a fantastic job for them in specific roles. So I've been using assessment instruments for a number of years, and when I got to the point where my two kids were looking at college and looking at majors and looking at careers, what I saw was a lot of high school guidance counselors, a lot of private consultants and counselors who help high school kids with college decisions, and a lot of college admissions directors and offices were using tools that are not recommended for or not good at helping young adults find how they're wired and how that relates to careers or professions. Well, it's important because as students are getting prepared to go off to school, there's most families focus on the huge ordeal it is of getting into college, and very few focus on what it's like on the back end when they actually get out. As I've been working with students over the last few years and collecting and doing research on how the overall system works, I've found that only 36% of college students actually graduate in 4 years. The current average is over 5 years for a student to get a 4-year degree. Not only that, the cost for attending college these days is approaching $100,000 for a state school and can be 2.5 or 3 times that for a private select university. And to compound all of that, in the current economy, it's extremely difficult for young adults who are graduating from college to find jobs that will support them financially like they hope and expect. Specifically, over 51% of college graduates in the last 5 years still rely on parents or other family members for financial support. The system isn't working as effectively or efficiently as we all hope it will, or like it did when a lot of us as parents went to school and were able to get out and find jobs where we could pursue a career where we could be financially independent. It's an extremely tough environment. It's an extremely costly experience, and the better information we can give young adults early on, the better chances they can come out on the back end being successful.